They just flagged down this motorcycle. There's mummy, who has a nice crash helmet, and then a child at the front, child at the back. Neither of them have crash helmets. And apparently mummy told the enforcer she doesn't have a license. So they're asking for the tow truck to come and pick this up. It's always, well, it's a little bit sad when you see children, and scary because if something happens, they're really going to get injured. The enforcer tried to explain to her that it's going to be impounded, and she said, "Wag nako." She doesn't seem very happy. The thing is, if you can't show a license, you have an excess passenger, you have children that aren't wearing helmets. They're going to apprehend that rider. Diyan lang ako, we are the dilag. Substandard or unauthorized helmet and driving in slippers. Oh, I just saw the towing marshal, towing crew arrive. They're impounding the bike. So that means you can't show a license. Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road. Right now they're looking to issue a ticket to this vehicle, partially on the sidewalk, partially on the road. Same thing with the truck behind. This rider was flagged down for a simple violation of driving in slippers. And then in the background, you can see that van going up on the tow truck. I've lost count of the number of times these sidewalks around the P10 have been cleared. But every time they just extend their stores again. And it's been years already. It's always the same thing. I remember before, some of these were operated by either the barangay or family members of the barangay. That's why they were able to connect power to the barangay hall. I don't know if it's still like that now. Here he is. Good day, yes. No change.
No change.
No change. I don't want to hold it personally against the guy, but how many years already the MMDA been trying to fix this? It's a Mabuhay lane. It's also part of the MMFF route, and it's just the same. You might have noticed in the background there's a pedestrian crossing, and then there's a car parked right here. Usually it's a white van, today it's a car. And actually just now they flagged down that rider. The lady on the back is wearing a unauthorized or substandard crash helmet. That's actually a 3,000 peso penalty. It's really a waste of money, it's a waste of your safety. It's not going to help you much in an accident. BPSO, but no crash helmet, no license plate. That doesn't set a great example, does it? I think pretty much anyone who got their license through the right process knows that you can't park on a corner, and I mean that's really on the corner. Whee! You'll see this tow truck picking up this vehicle. Can you imagine parking like this? That's actually a road. Sometimes you have to give it a helping hand onto the truck, especially if it's a large, heavier vehicle. Now that it's on the back of the tow truck, you can see the road clearly behind. According to the PMP, that tricycle over there is evidence. That's why it's not able to be cleared. Somewhere under all of that, you can see the sidewalk. Pretty much a lot of the sidewalk in this area got taken by residents for parking or an extension of the home, plus the road itself. This is a Mabuhay lane. Wow, someone bought really nice dogs, and this is where they keep them, on the sidewalk. Maybe they're breeders, I'm not sure. Sidewalk became an extension of the house. Anyway, what I was going to show you is a sign here which says no parking along Mabuhay lane. You see you have the plants here, then you have a barbecue. It really just disappeared. The barangay allowed everyone to take the sidewalk and treat it as their own. As for having raw meat just sitting here on the street for how long? I don't know how hygienic or safe that is. Again, this is actually meant to be the sidewalk, but well, I know. Flagging down that rider because there's a lady on the back without a helmet. They already wrote out a ticket to this one. They were going to tow it, but the driver arrived, so he can just show his license and drive away with a ticket. The crazy thing, they just open the compartment of the bike and they do have a crash helmet. That's why they carry the helmet, so if they get flagged down they can say, I have a helmet. That style of crash helmet on a motorcycle, they get you a 3,000 peso ticket. They came across this truck which appears to be stalled. Now many people would say, hey, it's not their fault, it could happen to anyone. But when you look at the condition of the truck, you would really wonder about maintenance, because just look at this tire, for example. It's already bald. Well, she got the helmet on the handlebars of her head. Aside from that, the little boy on the back didn't have any crash helmet either. You see how wide this sidewalk is, and it's relatively flat compared to some others. But then when you get to this point, it became a VIP parking space. That's why a ticket's being issued. No parking both sides. And then there's a vehicle parked right here, although this is actually a sidewalk. So you don't even need a sign to tell you not to park on the sidewalk. Looks like someone might have come out for the vehicle now, but obviously it's way too late. It's already been lifted by the tow truck. You can see the wheels are 1 foot off the ground. It will be an expensive experience for them because they'll pay the ticket, illegal parking unattended, that's 2,000 pesos. Plus they'll pay the towing fee, and they're going to waste half their day. So next time they would think, I better find the right place to park. There's the gold, unfortunately, substandard or unauthorized crash helmet. I just heard the rider tell the enforcers, "Dyan lang ako." Obviously money was spent on modifications, but not on the crash helmet. I just saw that motorcycle. He got to the edge, saw all the enforcers, then kept driving anyway as if no one's there. The bike was stopped by enforcers. I'm guessing he's a member of Dila, the "Dyan lang ako gang." No helmet, and he wasn't carrying his license. Apparently he's going to get it now. The driver hasn't even come back, so they're asking the towing crew to go here now and pick it up. They need to move forward. Here you go, there's the towing. And you'll see the SCOG guys are clearing these. I actually saw a couple here the other day, and they were from a police car, and I thought to myself, I wonder how they got those. Maybe they went through the process with COA to sell the vehicle, and then eventually it ended up here. It's possible, I guess. It's no problem if it's on private property, but when it obstructs the sidewalk for pedestrians and commuters, that's the time it becomes a problem. Just saw that grab suddenly turn around after he saw the enforcers. That's the style. If you look here, you can see the sidewalk is even painted to remind people don't park on a corner. But of course people park here anyway, so they write out the tickets, and you already know there's no driver, he'll be towed away. The towing crew just picked up this motorcycle. Someone actually arrived for this tricycle. When they asked her, do you have a license? She said no. So what can they do? Even if they wanted to write a ticket to the plate, it's already been snapped off, so it can't be read. The reality is many tricycles haven't renewed their registration for several years already. Of course, I can't say that's the case here. Maybe this really has a valid registration. I'm just talking about historically. What we've seen is that many drivers stop renewing their registration, and they don't care how many tickets you write to the plate because they're never going to renew it, they're never going to pay those tickets. She came back now and handed over her license. She's very lucky because they're about to put that on the tow truck. Mummy and Daddy both have a crash helmet, but look at the little child squeezed between them, no protection at all. You see this lady with her dog? Where's she walking? In the road. Why? Sidewalk obstructed by this SUV. That's why they're hooking up to it now. They'll clear it off the sidewalk.